We open with a striking image of a sinister figure, his eyes glowing a fiery red. A bright, orange-red flame trails from the top of his head, adding to his ominous appearance. He wears a dark suit that accentuates his menacing features. He holds his hands out, and a pulsating blue energy surges from them, swirling like water. The glow from his body illuminates his face, where he bears a wide, unsettling grin. A large diamond-shaped gem sits at the center of his chest, adding to the otherworldly aura that surrounds him. We're in Nevada, and the sun is setting over a stark desert landscape. The scene opens with a worried voice reporting that Dakin is down. He's bleeding out. A pale, blue-skinned woman with long, dark hair stands beneath the night sky, her face etched with concern. She clutches her head, exclaiming, "There's blood everywhere." I can't. She calls out in distress. Oh God, somebody help us. Can anybody hear me? A voice responds, saying, Raven. You've got all the right pieces in play, A panel below shows several figures in a rocky area. The blue-skinned woman stands on a rock, while another figure in a blue and white suit says, Shargun and Sabretooth are offline. No sign of Deathstrike or Skell, A different voice is then heard. I thought your people were supposed to be professionals. Mystique, The previous voice replies, But if we have any chance to succeed, you need them prepared, Then a woman in a blue and white costume yells, Mystique. We're losing everybody. What should we do, Mystique? The blue-skinned woman responds with determination. You need to keep them on the board, The scene explodes into action. We see a man with a metallic arm smashed into rubble, his expression one of pain. A figure with a black suit and a green cape yells, man, I got hairy psycho smeared all over my steel. He is seen holding a large wrecking ball by a chain, while another in a purple suit with pink boots stands behind him. He says, we don't even need to be here anymore. Sinister got what he wanted, which means we're getting paid. But I tell ya, when somebody else starts a fight with me, I gotta finish IT. A figure in red with a star on his forehead stands over another downed figure saying, hey bulldozer, I think this one might be dead. Another in full metallic armor says, hold still, freak show. A woman with a red jacket and black hair is leaping through the air. She shouts, Sinister, come out and fight. On the bottom right, a bloodied man yells Arg, his hand mangled. A green-clad figure with dreadlocks sits on the floor saying he's gone, X-23, okay, teleported or whatever. He took Wolverine's body and Dakin's arm. He screams at the injured man, Dakin. You have to stop moving around, The story continues with a tense discussion. Mystique, her face serious, tells a man with a shaved head, all right, Neuro, you get ready for emergency medical and evac. Neuro replies, I'm not a doctor, Mystique. The scene shifts to the rocky terrain where another figure is directed. Endo, you'll have to go in there and check on Dakin. I don't want him attacking the wrecking crew while I deal with them. The figure in the blue and white suit protests, What? No way, I can't go in there. I'm not a fighter. Mystique responds, her tone firm. Then you better run fast, because you're going in. If he can't stay cool once he heals, people will die. Another figure yells, Oh no, don't say that. Mystique declares, standing on a rock outcropping, I'll handle the enemy. A voice asks, You will, Mystique, and how do you propose to do that? Then we see a close-up of Mystique's determined gaze. The final panel is of her falling upside down into a dark abyss as a voice says, What the? The action continues inside the structure, where a figure in black and brown is being restrained by two others. They shout, I'll kill him. Another voice exclaims, What hey? The figure in the green suit yells, Damn IT, damn IT. Arquebus. The man with the mangled hand and face struggles, yelling, I'll coup. The woman in black and brown holds a knife to the neck of the man in green, yelling, You son of a control word. Seriously, junk, he's not your puppet. You rather he bleed out. He's gotta stop moving. Give US a chance to save him, X-23. Another voice can be heard. Why isn't he healing? What happened? The figure in the green suit replies. He got hit by something. Before all this, IT was some kind of monster that drained his healing factor out of him. The scene shifts as the woman in blue and white, wah, before crashing to the floor with AHNNG. A voice yells, "Look, it's another one. Maybe I should break her legs." Then another exclaims, "Stop." The tension rises as the focus shifts back to the wrecking crew. A voice calls out the wrecking crew, "If you're here, it's for money. The people you're beating on are my people. We have no quarrel with you. You let them go, and whatever you're paid for being here, I'll match in gold. You know I'm good for IT." The voice trails off with a menacing oar. We see the figure in the green suit, head raised. Then, the figure in the purple suit looks up with a manic expression, and a sinister voice says, "I make you my new hobby." Lastly, a close-up of the dark figure states, "I find your allies, your lovers, your family. One by one, I destroy their lives. I'd never have to touch them. You'd never see me. One by one. Every single one of them." The figure in the purple suit speaks up, "Mystique, you must be joking. Our only real choice is how many walls we paint with your BL." Then a figure says, "Wait." The two members of the wrecking crew turn to face the figure in red. "Back IT down, everybody. Looks like we're pulling in double on this gig." The figure in green then says, "We got no reason to take this further. Sinister hired US for salvage, and they ain't stopping US." The woman with the red jacket says, "Can't say much for the company you keep, Mystique." Mystique's white-dressed figure speaks, "But we'll take your money." The man in purple replies, "Course you screw US, and we might find a new hobby of our own." Mystique states, "Please, I'd rather just pay you." The man in purple speaks again, "Do we need to shake hands on IT?" The blue-skinned woman answers, "Or do you trust me not to be a moron?" Then the man in green looks up and wonders, "And then what happened?" The scene transitions outside where a sleek white jet is seen taking off into the twilight sky. The blue-skinned woman asks, "Did he make you shake his hand?" "What do you think?" The man in purple replies, "Come on, where's our ride? We need to get Dakin stabilized like now." Another voice says, "It's coming." And a figure says, "I don't see nothing." Then the man in purple wonders, "The changeling. IT can cloak." Mystique answers, "Surprise." A lower panel shows the inside of the structure with Dakin lying injured with a voice screaming, "Dakin's gonna die." Another says, "IT was Mr. Sinister. He kept the arm and the eye, and he took Wolverine's body too." The green-suited figure angrily yells, "Who the hell is Mr. Sinister? He's just a bastard." The man with claws with a slight grin states, "I used to know him." "I say we go put a few claws in him, since you need Wolverine's bones so bad." The woman in black and brown says, "Do you mind?" Another voice exclaims, "Dakin is dying here. Can we maybe try to help him before you start talking about the next person you want to kill?" The man with claws, his grin gone, softly answers, I didn't." The scene opens with a close-up of a red masked figure as the voice says, "What do we do?" Another responds, "He's lost a lot of blood. I don't know if there's anything we can do." Another screams, No, we have to." The red masked figure responds, "Don't do IT." Then declares, "I can save him." Another voice protests, "No, you were lucky to find IT in the wreckage at all. Do you have any idea how valuable IT is? Don't be a fool." The red masked figure replies, "I can save him." The scene zooms into the red masked figure holding a syringe as it is explained, "This is Regen serum. Dr. Cornelius used IT in Paradise to bring back test subjects he damaged a bit too thoroughly. We found a few when we escaped. It is declared, IT should stabilize him." A red text box then asks, "You think there won't be a time you need IT yourself?" Then continues with, "You would die to save this murderer." The last panel shows the red masked figure standing over Dakin, where the man with claws exclaims, wait a minute." Another voice asks, "What?" The red masked figure, with a sword on his back, is angrily told, "No, you're not this stupid." Then a voice interrupts, "Now, just wait a minute. The whole reason we're working with these people is because their healing factors might be able to save our lives. Nobody told US Dakin lost his. We should save that syringe for someone who is critical to the mission." Then a red text box says, "Listen to Neuro. A lower panel shows the blue-skinned woman holding back the woman in black and brown. The man with claws yells, "So what, you want to just watch him die?" Mystique yells, "Easy, you can't fight them. They'll take you down with a word." There is a barrage of no's in red text, and the red-masked figure's eyes glow, holding the syringe over Dakin's chest. Dakin yells, "What are you waiting for? Do IT." The red-masked figure's voice says, "I'll deflect your hand. I'll break the syringe. You think I can't? You think you can resist me?" A bottom panel has the man in black speaking with the red-masked figure. "Shotgun, please. The syringe is a valuable resource." Then Dakin's inner monologue speaks, "Stay." Unchanged, the red-masked figure simply states, "Yes." He plunges the needle into Dakin's chest. The scene explodes with Dakin's pain as he throws his head back, blood erupting from his chest. He lets out an agonizing "ah" as red energy surges from the wound. He is then sent flying backwards, arching his back in agony. The scene shifts. We see 1 hour later. A man wrapped in bandages lies in a hospital bed with a woman sitting beside him. The next panel is a surreal image of a figure in a white suit writhing in pain, with another figure in black, made of pulsing white energy, standing above him. Then a lower panel shows the bandaged man saying, "Logan is dead. You're the only family, sort of family, I have left." The man in black is seen holding a bloody Dakin. Then another panel has the bandaged man, crying, "I'm here if you need me," as the woman with the black hair looks on. The scene opens in Lapland, Finland, with a snow-covered landscape and a large, angular structure in the distance. Inside, a man in black with long black hair stands before a series of glass containers. He states, "No matter where this takes US." The containers hold human figures with glowing red outlines. 2 figures in white stand beside them. One voice is heard saying, "Initiate sensor array." Another states, "Initiating." Then, a panel below has the same man in black with a red sash asking, "Give me a countdown to Tau neutrino incursion." A bald figure replies, "Tau neutrino incursion in 30 seconds. Then a different man with pale skin says, "Activate weak Barson benders." Another figure responds, "Weak Barson benders activated, establishing incursion pathways." A final panel shows the bald figure within a red latticed frame as the first figure says, "Tau neutrino incursion in 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Then the pale figure replies, "Sensor range is optimal." A final voice says, "If we need Wolverine's body and his cure, we should start talking about where we're going to get IT back." The scene opens on a room with a large window where Mystique and several others are talking. A voice says, "Shouldn't we?" Mystique replies, from Sinister, "Good luck." A bald man states, "Who knows what he's even doing to IT, or what kind of defenses he'll have set up to protect his prize. We'll never get into one of his fortresses uninvited." Another voice replies, "Not if we want to survive to see the open air again." The scene transitions to a view of red containers down a tunnel. Then the bald man says, "This is a man who employs security technology 98% of the world has never heard of." Another voice claims, "I'm talking about direct manipulation of time and space as a defensive feature, okay?" A voice then states, "I've heard of people trying to mess with him who end up dying 10 years previous from a cancer inserted into their own past bodies." The red-masked figure says, "That doesn't make sense." The bald man replies, "Exactly, and there's more." The discussion continues with ominous warnings. A voice narrates, "You make one misstep, and you'll find yourself stretched out in one of his sample farms, kept alive while he takes you apart a piece at a time." We see a figure in a white coat surrounded by other figures in glass tubes and a dark silhouette figure with red eyes looming behind him. Another voice states, "And missteps are inevitable because there is nobody you can trust once you're in there, not even yourself." The dark silhouetted figure is seen again with a voice explaining, "Everyone he's ever caught is base material for his toys." A final voice proclaims, "You will find yourself facing off against your worst nightmare." Below, Mystique says, "And even if that wasn't the case, we don't even know where his fortress is." Then a man, pointing at a map, replies, "You're wrong." The scene cuts to the map display. The red-masked figure asks, We do know where he is. He's in Finland. How do we know this? The panel then shows a lone arm floating in a blue containment device as a woman states, Dakin's arm has a tracking device embedded in IT, just like the ones we all had. Everyone who went through Paradise got one. Mystique asks, nifty little bugs, by the way. They're set to emulate our DNA. Those with healing factors won't purge them. The man with the shaved head adds, really fascinating technology. The implications for the field of transplant medicine, Al, the red masked figure, simply replies, fine. The man with the shaved head says, it'll take Sinister all of 10 seconds to discover IT and ditch IT. The shaved-headed man then adds, no, that's the thing. If you're not looking for IT, it's incredibly hard to spot because of the emulation, you see. Mystique says, even so, we'd have to be insane to try and go there. The bald man, pointing at the map, replies, no, a voice says, not insane at all. The scene opens with a figure encased in a glowing blue substance. It states breaking in is possible. Then another voice continues, and not only that it's necessary. The red-masked figure asks, explain. The man with the shaved head answers, Wolverine's remains hold the key that will free US from our pre-programmed deaths. Then IT follows that we must go in and retrieve them. The red-masked figure states, not that. Explain how we can do IT. The man with the shaved head then explains, as you know, I uploaded the Paradise Group's files into my head. I know everything Cornelius and their other mad scientists did to US, to our new friends here. Everything. They knew a great deal about Sinister, considered him almost a competitor in a way. A woman in red adds, and more than that. IT would be quite impossible for US to penetrate Sinister's security and live, but there's someone who might be able to do IT for US. Another refugee from Paradise, in fact. The camera pans up to the night sky where a large, full moon dominates the sky. A text box reads, her name is Phantomel. The image shows a woman in black and white leaping between large, spired buildings with a black, wolf-like creature at her side. A voice says, I can tell you exactly who she is. The final text box states, and where to find her. The final image is a dynamic group shot of several figures, all armed and ready for battle. Mystique, with her blue skin and red hair, is at the top firing a pistol. Below her, 3 men with claws snarl aggressively. And lastly, a woman in a black and yellow suit with her claws out is seen at the front. A fiery red and yellow background adds to the intensity of the scene. Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious, stay awesome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing content.